And this is Trevor.
How you doing?
And he's got some properties here. This is an 80-acre farm, like.
Yep.
And we've been walking around. It's really interesting because, well, for one, I have somebody to dig for me. And there's lots of cool animals. What kind of cattle are those?
Cattle, there are Highland cattle, Dexter cattle, White Park cattle, mostly miniature variant.
They're cute. They're all very friendly. So far.
Yep.
Nothing's come after me. Well, anyway, this is kind of like one farmstead right in this area right here. There's a giant, I guess that's an oak tree. We went over and looked at it. I think it's giant. It's probably 300-400 years old. Unfortunately, it's dying, but there's a foundation right here we'll look at in a minute. There's a well over there somewhere. We'll look at that in a minute. And he has all these fields. Yep. So we'll wander around, look up through there, see if we can find some home sites or camps, Civil War camps. There's another well way out kind of in the middle of the field where that tree is. And hopefully we'll make it up there today. Well, actually, hopefully not, because maybe we'll be here just all day digging so much stuff. It'd be just amazing.
Good stuff.
All right, so got my stuff out. I'm going to get started and get you out as soon as we start digging. We'll be using the Garrett AT Max today. 0 program. I got discrimination on 5. That should cut out a little tiny bit of the ground noise, but not much. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go around and try to find the concentration of nails. Those boards over there, which I think are part of a barn, we'll look at those in a minute. They got a lot of round nails in them, but they also have square nails, and there's that foundation. We'll look at that too. But since the well is over here, I'm thinking, I guess that's right in front of us. I'm thinking the house is on this side. And if you look at the ground, you can see how it's something was here. I don't really see a foundation to a home, but I suspect it's going to be in this area. And just so you can hear what I'm hearing, just for a minute, let's listen. We're just going to go along like this. I'm going to follow the iron until I get some good soft seeds kind of gone out of it right here. I would have thought the house would have been in here, but it's not near as noisy. Get noisy again. Not too many soda cans or beer cans yet, so that's always a good sign that we won't have to dig too much junk. A little quieter over here. So far the concentration has been over by where my shovel is. That could be a barn, it could be the house. I'm going to go ahead and show you this well since we're here. This is concrete on top of it, so that's post-Civil War, the 1880s to present. But if you look in here, it is a hand-dug well, stone-lined. Look how narrow that is. Had to be pretty small to get in and out of that. There's some water in the bottom. Trevor said it's not very deep, though. In fact, it was dry last time he looked. I don't see any gold in there. Look at that. That's some mud daubers in there. Those are wasps that catch spiders. And they put the spiders in here with their eggs, and the eggs hatch, and the babies eat the spiders. I made some videos of those before. All right, let's close this up and get back to work. Lots of iron, but I have not heard any squeakers yet. I've been going all around through here, and there's tons of iron, but not many squeakers. But I do have a really good squeaker here. I mean, it could be a modern penny from somebody opening the gate. Hard to say, but it's a nice solid squeaker there. Kind of big though, so it makes me a little bit nervous. Took my eye off of it, so not exactly sure. Oh wow, that's hard. You know what? I'm gonna put you away. That's some pretty hard digging. I'll get you out when I see what it is. Okay, I popped the plug off, and I think that's what we're hearing. It's probably like chrome off a vehicle, I guess. Oy. Yep. Or aluminum. What do you think? Aluminum? Probably. Yeah. But that's fairly modern, so. Man, yeah, that was some hard digging right there. Wow. Oy, at least it was shallow. Yeah, I think just a piece of, I'll just throw it in a bag if you want. Okay, yeah. I won't leave anything on the surface or, whatever. Here we go. Wow, that about wore me out, man. I'm not really that much of a wuss. Every day. So I hunted this area right in here. There's a little dip that Trevor and I was thinking could be the outhouse, but it seems kind of big. Tons of iron, lots of pie plates. Nothing real good right there. So we're going to cross the fence. That giant tree had to have been the place where people were hanging out over the years. Another dip here. That looks more outhousey, but it's hard to say for sure. But yeah, nothing good right here. Let's go to the other side. Want me to close this gate? Yeah, I'll just go ahead and close it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the sheep get out anyway, but we'll at least try. So this is definitely a foundation of some sort. You can see how the rocks come down like this. There's some tins. That's not going to be good. Come down like this. There's an opening. Post would have probably sat on this one. Another opening. So I think this is a barn. And if you look at the wood, this is some pretty old wood right here. You can see how it was put together. Lots of square nails, but lots of round nails too. So it was used up, you know, certainly into the 1900s. Just noticing another line of stones right here. So there's probably another building here, and the post probably sat on that to keep them out of the ground, off the ground. So this is loaded with iron too, and not many good squeakers. So right by the foundation. Oh, look at the little guys. They're so cute. I'm thinking this is not gonna be like Civil War era, but after. I'm not seeing any evidence of pottery or glass. No bricks here. Just loads of iron and that coarse tin, which sounds pretty good when it's in little pieces. So I worked my way over to the big oak tree where the sheep are, and digging a lot of just like can lids and stuff. Nothing really great. Soil's nice and dark over here, so I am hopeful. And a fair amount of iron. That's a nice persimmon tree right there, but the persimmons are all dried up like raisins and they're out of reach. If I could reach them, I'd be eating them. Well, I guess I need to be a little bit careful. There's a giant, I don't know if that's out of like a blowgun or some type of, well, dart gun, I guess I should say, for animals. Nice and pointy and sharp, and that's aluminum, so it sounded good. Must have been some vicious creatures out here. I'm glad they're not out here anymore. I think I can take those. Of course, I don't know about Mr. Fuzzy over there. He's got some pretty big horns, doesn't he? Yeah, so that's my best find so far. I'm not sure what to do with it because I don't want to get stuck with it, but I'll find something. Kind of getting into a lot of mason jar lids now. So they sound really good. I mean, you almost have to dig them. They're nice high squeakers. That's a porcelain lid that goes on the inside of them. But yeah, lots of these. So I'm thinking this house was probably here in the early to maybe mid 1900s, judging by what I've been finding so far. I'm not gonna dig too many more of these, and we're gonna head on out of here. We've got lots of ground to cover today. I just want to kind of experiment and, well, prospect, I guess I should say. By prospect, I mean you just kind of sample places as you're going along, marking the areas that you want to come back to, and that's what I hope to do today, since we have so much land here to cover and other farms. Don't want to spend all day digging this stuff, or the next trip either. I want to find a place where we're getting bullets and buttons and gold coins. Well, I got my first older find. I'm up on the little rise. There's a pond, kind of working my way along. And this appears to be a fired bullet of some sort. Probably hit a tree or ground pretty hard right there. So I've worked through quite a bit of the field, and I found this. I thought it might be a piece of brassy something, but when I flipped it over, I noticed that it is just a fired modern bullet. When I say modern, for me that means post-American Civil War, which is like post-1865. So we're over here at the second well. I came across that field from way over there, and just some fired bullets, modern bullets, and that was really about it. Not much iron. This is the other well, which looks very similar to the one we already looked at. And we'll take a quick peek. See, it's a stone lined. It's a little bit bigger in diameter. It's dry. The thing I find odd about it, though, is like right in the bottom of this swale right here. And typically when you dig or drill a well, you don't want to have it in the swale, because all the water from the surface, when it rains hard, will come along and go right down in it. Now, if you look here, they actually put a little diversion dam around it, so that does not happen. A little watering trough right here. pretty old. That looks like a piece of a stove. Everything's a piece of a stove. No, that isn't. I thought maybe that was. No sign of pottery, no sign of glass, no sign of much iron at all on this side. I always have to watch your equipment when there's cows in the field, because they will go over to them and they'll lick them, knock them over, and if they step on them, they get broken. This is a mineral block. That's where the cow's been licking. Right here, that's his tongue. That's his tongue. It has salts and other kinds of things in there that's good for him. Probably good for us too, but I'm not going to lick it today. What I said today. Probably ever. Well, it's really weird. I'm just not finding much of anything old that's good. That's the first real squeaker I found. It's just a pull tab, of course. Oh, I've been back and forth through here. This is the only place up on top, well, near the top, where there's any type of debris field. And it's not looking promising. I would say so far for the property over by the trucks, that's probably the best place to look. Keep looking. I mean, we'll probably find some things over there if we spend some time, but I was just kind of hoping this one, without all the visible tin, might be a little bit better, but it doesn't appear to be so far. So I'm back where we started, we're pretty sure that's the foundation. Well, that is the foundation right there in the other well. And I did just dig a pocket knife. So at least we can say we're not skunked with things to find today. It was lost, the blade was open. The guy was probably using it to work on something. And it's a little bit rough shape on that side, but at least we did find something human related that isn't a pull tab or a nail. That's always a good thing. This iron ring gave a halfway decent squeak, so I went ahead and dug it. That's probably like a strap junction. There would have been leather straps that went in here and here and maybe in here and pulled that way. Yeah, not a great find, but at least it's something. We kind of moved to a different part of the property. Put the metal detector away, but Trevor was showing me there's like a little bottle dump up here and some other things to look at. So I thought we'd take a quick peek and see what we can find. I had a couple like next to some milk bottles that I had found at some point not too long ago. There's some of the glass that came out of it. And milk bottles, you know, I like milk bottles. Not too terribly old, but it looks like it keeps going down. So I thought we'd just dig just a little bit and see if it does. Oh yeah, lots of crunchies. Let me set you up. Man, there's a lot of wire in there, huh? So, mason jar lids. We have some type of, not really spike, but it's round. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a lid. Yeah, that's a lid to a ball jar. I think it would definitely be worth digging out sometime. I mean, it's, unless the kids got in it at some point over the years and broke all the bottles. Should be one or two in here. Look at all mason jar lids. Wow. What's that? That is brassy. Not sure what they went to. It's got a hole in it. Kind of a coppery, brassy thing. Probably a lid to something, I guess. You want that? Yeah, I would think something like that. Yeah, so just looking at it, I'd say it'd probably be fun to dig out someday, but you know, it's probably 1940s, I guess, you think?
Yeah.
Ish. Could be 50s, could be 30s.
There might be a whole one right there.
Oh yeah, what do you think that is?
Perfume?
Perfume?
Maybe. Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's food.
Kind of cute. Wife might like that. Put in the window. Yeah, I think it might be worth coming back someday to dig out. Of course, you got that little bobcat down there, so you can get right in there, can't you?
Flip all that stuff out.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Out of the way.
all right, maybe next time. It's always nice to have these on the back burner, though, you know. All right. Enough of that. This is old farm equipment, I guess, came with the property. Yeah, you're right. So this was motorized. That's a differential there. So this was some type of truck, you think? Maybe?
Truck or car.
Truck or car. Turned into a wagon. You gonna fix it up and use it for a wagon?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ton that went to it.
Do some wagon rides around the farm.
Yeah. You know, somebody probably will know what this is just by looking at it. Hopefully. Yeah, if any of you guys know just by looking at that what that might have been, let us know. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to head to another farm that they have, and this is just a parcel they bought not long ago. Doesn't appear to be like really good stuff here. I'd say it's, you know, post 1900-ish. That's probably the original farm over there that had all of this. It might be worth coming back, you know, dig those bottles, maybe look at some of the other fields, but he said he's got some really good, a really good farm to go to next. So let's go there before it gets dark. So we moved locations. We're at a new spot. Unfortunately, you can see the sun's already going down, but this is going to be good. This is where Trevor grew up, and he knows where there's some foundations in here. And we kind of checked them out a little bit a few minutes ago, not with the detectors, well, just to get an idea where everything is. And down this trail, there's a foundation on the side of the hill, which is really weird, but there's pottery and stuff around it, so we might be able to find a button or two. And then down on the bottom, about a quarter mile along the trail, there's an old mill site that we're going to explore. So we'll do as much as we can today. Sun's almost to the trees, so but anyway, so this is a cool foundation. Look at that giant stone there. There's a little bit of iron. You know, there was no iron or anything like on the rocks at the other place, so probably was never dug before. And some pottery and whatnot. Kind of weird. God, kind of weird. It goes, look at this. It's like on the side of this hill, very steep hill, going way down that way. It's like right on the side. Strangest thing I've ever seen. And see, you think a chimney was back up in here?
Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
there was pretty well defined rock there.
Okay.
30 years ago, going
Yeah.
kind of behind you, I think. That
Okay.
you probably dismantled some of the put togetherness of it. with kids.
Yeah, it looks good. I think we'll find at least a couple of things in here. Looks like a nice old site, and down around the path a little further is where that mill is. I don't know if we'll get down there today, but at least we'll get. Let's find something good. What do you say?
Yep.
One thing, one button, one giant gold coin, one mini ball.
Yep.
You never know till you go. Trevor's going to use the Garrett AT Max. This is a spare one that I have. And I got the on zero program 38 irons. That should take out most of the iron. We threw a penny down here just so you could listen to a good signal. That's a nice coin signal. And if you listen here, that's something I would dig too. It's kind of jumping around, but I think I would dig that. And it's not too noisy. You hear some breaking up noises. That's iron. Maybe there. But I'm going to go ahead and put the discrimination down to 0 for a second, so you can hear all the iron and how things sound different now. Those grunts, that's iron. Let's see if we can find that. The coin was right here. That still sounds really good. Let's see if there's other one. Iron, iron. Yeah, so that's definitely something worth digging right there, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll let you decide if you want to keep a lot of discrimination on it or not. I prefer less because for me it's easier for me to hear it, but it's up to you.
All right.
Don't forget your penny.
That's gonna be the challenge. Now finding the penny on the surface.
I should have got your pin pointer. I didn't get your pin pointer. You want a pin pointer?
I don't know if we need to walk back.
Oh, I have one. I can loan it to you. Just the one.
You use yours if you have yours.
I'll tell you what. Want me to give it? Have you used a pin pointer? No. Okay.
So.
Well, oh yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'll give him my pinpointer. If I need it, I'll borrow it from him. Figure we might as well watch the action here. See what you get.
Yeah,
whoa, salamander. Oh, let's make a little home right there.
Yep.
There you go.
I came up a lot quicker.
Take it. Let's see how it's going to get. You want the more it beeps until it gets a solid tone. You know you're right over it. Like something deep. There's probably a big piece of iron.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what we were hearing, but it's possible. Yeah, so something right there is a little bit deeper. All right, I'll let you do it, and just I'll come back when you get it out, and we'll check it out together. Underneath that rock. Oh, you know what? The you won't be able to hear that because it comes with my headphones. Oh, I'm hearing it, so yeah. Right. Sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
Hear it. There you go. Yeah, I don't even know how to not make it come in my headphones because it picked it up from way over there. So sorry about that. The button. Oh, sweet. Not even metal, huh? Nice. Can I see it?
Yeah.
Most awesome, my friend. That's pretty good. At least you got sharp eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I got this mid-tone here. I had to move the rock. I don't know if I've dug it up yet or not. Now it's down a little bit deeper. All right. Wow, that is a nice one, isn't it? Half of a horseshoe. They give a really good signal sometimes. This thing's really thick. Yeah. Much heavier than the average one I find.
Yeah, if you're pulling logs with horses.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Don't forget to check the hole, though.
Yep.
That's probably what we were hearing, I think. Hopefully, it could be what we're hearing here, too. Whatever it is, it's a little bit deeper. I'll have to put you away and dig it up. Here's some nice old pottery you just dug over there. It's got some pieces in there, so definitely want to keep our eyes open. Well, that's what was down in the hole, and that, my friend, is freaking weird. I think this is, I think it's from an iron furnace. Like a pig iron almost, but it's not in a pig shape. But a smelted iron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's pig iron. You guys got iron furnaces in this area? Do you know?
Along the Maury River.
Not too far? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what that is. That's kind of weird to find that here at a house. But yep, that would have been worth something back in the day. This is the result of taking the iron ore rocks that are in the area, melting it down in a furnace, and you get this. And you ship this off to like the foundries, and they remelt it, and they can make pots and pans and swords and muskets and cannonballs. Put that over there for now. That's kind of interesting. I like that. So the guy who lived here must have had something to do with the iron industry, I would think. So just dug another strap junction. It's something interesting. We just found that pig iron there, and Trevor was saying that when he was a kid, he used to find little wedges, little iron wedges up there. Where there's some limestone ledges, and that might make sense now that I found that pig iron, because in order to make pig iron you have to have limestone that you burn in a furnace. So maybe they were mining the limestone on this ledge, the ledges up in the hill, and that kind of ties into someone living here that was making pig iron. I don't know. It's a long shot. Not really. It's actually a pretty good shot. But maybe we'll find some more. We'll find some more clues here as to what exactly was going on. Kind of interesting piece of iron. This probably goes on the end of a chain, and that would go through the end of the chain and it turns sideways. That way, it hooks chains together. Very crudely made. So it's hand forged. That's a nice old piece. Just dug this weird little piece of copper. Might be part of like a toe tap or something. Although I really don't know. Oh, you know, I bet that's part of a spoon bowl. It has that shape right there, and this is, of course, ragged, so it's broken. So it's probably a little copper spoon bowl. Not 100% on it, but I'm about 95 now. I just put that little raggedy piece of copper in my bag and looked down. I think that's the rest of the spoon bowl right there. Yeah. So, yeah, so that's definitely what that is. It doesn't look like it's freshly broken. I'd say that's an old break in it, but 100% spoon bowl.
Copper spoon?
Yeah, just a piece of one. Oh, I got two pieces of the same one.
That's pretty neat.
Not too exciting, but at least it was a good sounding thing. Kind of up in the area right where the house stood, and I got a decent signal. I'm looking there and I can see a piece of copper or brass. It could be a harmonica reed, although I'm not sure. We'll find out together. You ready? Yep, that's exactly what it is. So it's an old beat up harmonica reed, so that puts this, could be Civil War era, but most likely after, because harmonicas weren't invented until the 1850s, and they weren't imported into the U.S. until just before the Civil War, like a year or two before. So this kind of tells me post-Civil War, this could be a pre-Civil War house still. We just don't know yet. We had some window, little piece of window glass up here. Oh yeah, definitely. So
under the rock.
I mean, it could have been like a part of the house up in here too. Then, kind of. In fact, there's a little bit of a depression here, so maybe the house is a lot bigger than it's dug out a little bit. So yeah, it could have been something here too. That's the main part. That's what like the chimney thing is. House on the bottom. So this is a whole area could be loaded with stuff. Absolutely loaded. Well, there's a whole horseshoe. Quite worn there on the end. Bunch of nails in it still. You see the horseshoe nails. We find those two in the woods. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. Not back, but on the rock over there. Well, it's in the middle of the trail, so I need to make sure I pick that up, put it on the rock. So that looks almost like a giant lintel stone right there. You can see how it's that rectangular shape, and that would go over the top of a fireplace. Boy, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I see it. That's not a stone wedge that I've ever seen, so it's really thin though. Almost got a little bit of a taper to it. I don't know about that. I don't know what that is. Oh, get some more glass. Yeah, that's nice old glass. That could be Civil War era very easily, or before. Sweet. That's a good sign. Well, it's kind of weird the stuff's this far above the house, because you don't normally find stuff above the house so much, unless there's something else up here. Stuck a shotgun shell right there, and I got a giant iron signal right here. It's just really big, so I don't know what it would be. Let's listen to it. Could be an axe or something. Or a giant can of motor oil. Let's dig that together. I am finding a lot of pieces of thin iron. That could be what this is, but it's big. Let's see. That's a rock. Curious about this though. Alright. Let's see if we got it. Alright, see if it's still there. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and set you out, but it looks like there's a little piece of rust right there, so I think we're on the edge of it. Set you down. Yeah, that's it right there. Oh, you still there? Oh no, it's a fence rail. It's a fence. So that's a piece of fence, so there's probably more of it going in here, going off that way or behind me. I'm not going to dig it all up, of course, but that's all it is. Nice big signal though. Just found this, which is aluminum. Could possibly be chrome, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, it's like a little latch thingy. This must be where the spring is. You can see how it's kind of built up there, the rocks and stuff, and the house, the foundation were metal detecting just up in there. So this is the actual spring side, I would think. There's a lot more iron in here too. Well, that's not a particularly good sign. That was buried a good ways. Boy, that's probably like a whiskey bottle or something with an aluminum cap on it. So that sounds really good. Just above the house foundation, I got a nice deep iron signal here. So I went ahead and dug it up, and it is, well, actually it's not what I thought it was. I thought this was going to be part of a chisel plow, but it's actually probably a blade to a shovel, part of a blade to a shovel. Not 100%, but there's some fair amount of pottery came out of that hole too, and 7-Up bottle. yeah, 7-Up bottle. That's not That's probably not too old, is it? Just found a mason jar lid, and everything I've found so far has been post-Civil War era, as near as I can tell. So I'm not convinced this is as old as I had hoped it was going to be. I mean, obviously they were still using horses when it was here, but I just wish we could find at least a couple old buttons, old flat buttons, just to get it back a little bit further. We might yet. I think some of the green bottle glass that Trevor found, was probably Civil War era, but I mean, right next to it under a rock, I found a 7-Up bottle, so that doesn't tell us a whole lot, does it? I found a fired, I guess it's kind of a modern bullet though. I just found another harmonica reed. It's about the same size as the other one, I think. But the other one was over by the big rock there where the foundation is, and this is out the trail a little ways. Still a nice little find. Got a little bit of charcoal on it, so a lot of iron in here. Might have been something that burned. Yeah, it's got another piece of harmonica reed. And some little bit of pottery in here still. That's my treasure so far. We're still digging, but the sun's going down over there, so we don't have too much longer. Just dug another spoon bowl, which is my second one, which is kind of weird because one of the first targets I got was a spoon bowl, and what's going to be one of the last targets is a spoon bowl. I think it might be pewter though. Yeah, that's a pewter spoon bowl, so that's kind of a little bit more interesting. But boy, just a really tough place. The bushes are kind of thick. Nothing I'm finding I can say is pre-Civil War, except maybe this. A lot of the little pieces of tin and stuff that I'm finding, the types of cans I'm finding, are telling me it's all post-Civil War. Little aluminum lids and stuff that are buried pretty good. A little bit sad, but that spoon gives me hope because that gets us back a little ways at least. Well, you don't have a metal detector, so either you found something good or a bear scared you.
The other half of your harmonica reed.
Nice, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would be like a strap junction where leather straps are going through there.
I never really paid attention to it, but it was almost like a road bed up that runs along the side of the hill, and I was getting nothing, and then I got on that, and I'm getting a lot of...
Oh no, some more iron up there?
Yeah.
Then here's a small rimfire cartridge, either pistol or rifle cartridge. You still finding treasures?
Doodads and thingamajigs.
Oh, you got a top pocket find? That's a top pocket find, right? Look at that.
I got a horseshoe, and I chased that in the hole, out of the hole, back in the hole again, in the plug. Oh. It's just a solid piece of...
Yeah, it's a nut. It has a hole. It would have a hole in it. Yeah, those like hand forged nuts, that they really, they ring off good. Yeah, generally speaking. Yeah, those little square things. We're getting ready to take off. Trevor's still up there digging. I'll dig a couple more minutes, but I want to go ahead and show you what we found today. Not a whole lot of really great stuff, but at least we found a few interesting things. This is one of the big foundation stones. I just kind of set everything out here. There's a lot of stuff here that probably won't be saving, but we can see that we have some harmonica reeds, a bunch of those. Pewter spoon bowl, they got that copper spoon bowl. Lots of odds and ends through here. A lot of these mason jar lids. This is still perplexing to me. That's melted iron, so that's probably pig iron of some sort. And a couple pieces here. And you already saw, I think you've seen pretty much everything here. A lot of junk today. There's that pocket knife that we found at the other spot. But we did have a fun day, at least I did. Now we're definitely going to come back because there's a really cool mill site not too far from here. And we'll check that out next time and maybe wander around some more of the property. I think it's 50 acres here. We'll see you on the next one, I hope. Take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets she's promised to keep, hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek. Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby, and I'll rock you
shake the corn.